Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Laureli Shamayo, and this is our MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest, many online, and this is our online fair. At our online fair, we have about 15 practitioners that are going to be here answering your questions, offering readings, healings. Some of us are selling products today. We'll be having an intuitive panel here in the main room together. The practitioners will also get to do introductions, so you'll learn all about who they are, practitioners and vendors, so you'll learn all about who they are and what they do. And then for 3 hours in the fair, we're going to be splitting up into breakout rooms. There'll be public breakout rooms where you can go in and out from room to room. Practitioners will be sharing about their work, answering questions, giving all kinds of talks, group readings and healings. Some of us will be doing group readings and healings by donation in our public breakout rooms. And we also have private breakout rooms. So if you want, you can do sessions with people. Let's get started and have you meet everyone. And Anissa's putting information in the chat. We do request a $5 donation. There's information in the chat about how to pay. You can pay by PayPal or Venmo, or we can take money other ways too. Let's get started with our introductions. And yeah, we can answer any questions. And please, if you know you want to ask a question of the panel, and it is included with attending here at the fair, let us know in the chat and we'll get you in the list. All right, let's see. We'll start in a related order to before, I guess. Let's say, so we'll have Mystic Darrow, LunaSupreme, Hannah, and then GalAshley. Go ahead. You've got a minute.
Hello, this is Mystic Darrow. I run Tarot by Mystic Darrow. I'm your Cards of Destiny specialist. I do Cards of Destiny connect you with a higher source of spiritual knowledge so that you may be uplifted both spiritually and materially. And I do that through the ancestral wisdom of the playing cards. So it starts with your birth card, just like you have a sun sign in astrology. You also have a planetary ruling card, which can be more like your rising sign. And there's also a karma card. So I do work with healing the karma that you brought in to this life. And the cards are very interesting the way they function. And you'll find out how the 52 card deck represents 52 day-long increments, of which you have 7 per year, and those are the same every year. So you get to find out what those are and how to read those per your birthday, that started on your birthday. So join me at 7 o'clock and I will give my talk then. And then you can come by my booth to find out your birth card or your planetary ruling card, both for free. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Mystic Darrow. LunaSupreme is next.
Well, hello, everyone out there. I'm LunaSupreme. I am the High Priestess, and I do tarot card readings. And so if anybody out there is feeling a pull towards the High Priestess, that's what I channel, basically. I'm doing a talk at 7:15 today, and it's going to be a group tarot card reading. And you can find me on YouTube. I do monthly tarot card readings on YouTube under LunaSupreme. And on my website, LunaSupremePriestess.com, you can sign up to join my free newsletter. And I'll be doing tarot card readings. So if you're interested in tarot or the cards, or like I said, if the High Priestess has maybe been intuitively coming to someone, you can join me in the breakout rooms. Thanks.
Great. And Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah York with Holistic Healing by Hannah. I'm an energy healer, medical intuitive, and oracle card creator. And I will be showcasing my new oracle deck that I created today in the readings. And I'll be offering 2 talks today on how to receive your own inner guidance, working with the cards, and tips and tricks on how to get started with doing so. I'll also be doing oracle card readings by donation in my room. And just come by, say hi if you have any questions about anything that I do. I always love to chat with new people.
Great, thanks. And we've got GalAshley. One of our favorite practitioners is back joining us after some time away.
Yes, took a little hiatus. Hi, everyone. I'm Galactic Ashley, and I'm happy to be back and happy that you're all here getting your galactic groove on with us. And to just let you know who I am, I channel divine guidance for star seeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. I use light language frequencies and work with your cosmic connections to facilitate high frequency healing transmissions and encoded activations. Tonight I have a talk at 6:45. It's channeled transmissions to remember and embody your cosmic purpose. And then I have another session at some point, I don't remember, where I'm doing a channeled group gallery readings by donation. And I also have, for anybody that's interested, we just started my 9-week Sovereignty and the Sacred Art of Channeling program. So if anybody is out there and wants to talk about that, then please come and find me or message me. So thank you.
Great, thank you. Maybe let's do, let's also have Shradha. If you're ready, introduce yourself now too. And then we're going to get started on the intuitive panel. So if you have a question for the audience or a question for the panel, please let us know.
Hello everyone, I'm Shradha and I'm a Pranic healer, and I do Pranic healing for people who have some kind of physical problems or emotional problems. So today I'm here to help people who have any kind of aches or pains. We can do a small healing and get rid of those aches and pains, and then you can have a longer healing for the problems. Pranic healing has been helping people from a lot of from last 60-70 years, and I have been practicing pranic healing from last 11 years. I'm from India, and I enjoy doing these healings because these healings have been helping people get rid of a lot of their emotional and physical turmoil they have been going through. So I'm here to help today. So just drop in and just let me know, how can I help you? Thank you.
Great, thank you. We have so many talks that are happening later today too. I think we have about 30 scheduled. Well, let's see. So does anyone, and we'll come back, practitioners and vendors, more of you will get to introduce yourself shortly. Is anyone ready? Is anyone ready to ask a question of the panel? If you do, let us know. We'll go on with more introductions if you're not ready yet. And if you do, please go ahead and let us know you're ready. We do give priority to people that have never asked a question on one of our fairs, at one of our fairs before. So, all right, let's do more introductions. So we'll have JenT and then Bhadra. And Bhadra, you get a couple minutes. So go ahead, JenT, if you're ready. I know I'm not giving everyone advance notice.
I'm ready. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jen Tomas with Silver Owl Healing Arts. I'm an intuitive energy healer, Reiki master teacher, and I use sound healing and guided meditation. And my passion and intention is to provide a safe and sacred space for empowerment and transformation using holistic energy methods. And I will be in room number 7 tonight. I'm offering 2 free guided processes at 7:15 and at 8. And it's for clearing and creation. So I hope you'll join me for that. And I will be available also for mini intuitive readings. And if you just want to stop by and say hi and find out more about what I do, and I would love to see you in my room. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Jen. And Bhadra.
Hi, my name is Bhadra. I'm a wellness advocate. What I do is I help people, educate people on how to heal their bodies holistically without using any drugs or any chemicals. There's so many of us that are looking for healing without using drugs and chemicals, but there's so many things out there that we don't have time to research what works and what doesn't. I use stem cell patches to help your body get the tools it needs to help yourself heal naturally and holistically, because they work. They actually work. They're backed by science. They're patented with clinical trials done. And I also know they work because I was able to heal my body using these patches. I was very, very sick, and I was doing all the things, you know, taking the supplements, changing my diet, managing my stress, but I only got to a certain level of healing. Then the stem cell patches came into my life, and it wasn't like the injection kind where you have to pay exorbitant amounts of money and it may or may not work. I couldn't do that. I was a teacher at the time. And so if friend of mine introduced me to these patches. I put them on, and in very short time, my body started healing. So I became an advocate to share this technology with anyone and everyone who will come and listen to what this stem cell patch can do for you if you're looking to heal without any drugs and chemicals. There's patches for stress, for sleep, for pain, all kinds of things, because everything's connected. So once we can start getting the body what it needs to heal, everything starts coming together. At the time when I first came to these patches, I didn't have a job because I was so sick, and then it turned into an income source for myself as well. So my healing came in the form of physical, emotional, and financial healing. So I'm sharing this with everyone. I'll be in my breakout room at 6:15. I'll be giving a talk about the information about how they work in the body without any drugs or chemicals going through the patch, and how they work with your body's own healing intelligence. So come on over to my room at 6:15 to 7:15. I'll be answering your questions, giving information. I have a lot of pictures I can show you. So come on by, and I would love to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, Bhadra. All right. Well, let's see. When someone has a question for the intuitive panel, let us know. And we're going to keep doing introductions until then. So I think JennL, and then Chi, and then Jana.
Hi, I'm Jen with Shenlong Illuminate Healing Center. So I've been a healer for 24 years. I am a universal and dragon energy healer. I'm a Reiki master. I became that healer to basically help to alleviate the suffering that's on the world right now. So I'm actually going to be doing at 7 p.m. in one of the rooms, I believe it's room 8, a talk and a blessing for letting go. And that will be a group blessing. There will be no charge for that. 7:45, it's going to be a sample of my transformational heart of the dragon healing. So that's by donation. And then 8:15 is a grief anxiety. And it helps us to move forward. A Tao Hands practitioner, what we do is we transform the negative messages into positive. And this is one of the things that we have here. This is a Da-I calligraphy. It's just a force field of light, another tool that I do use to help. And it has amazing transformational results. So I was born into a healer family, and it just became natural. Seeing people suffer and the traumas that I went through, and peeling back the trauma layers and moving forward, I have tools to help you do the same thing. You know, we forget who we are. We forget what we can do when we step out of the flow. I mean, we forget our fire. So I'm here to help you remember that spark. So please come join me at 7:45, and 8:15. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks so much. I think, is it Chi or Jana? Maybe Chi is next, and then Jana.
Hi, this is Chi. I am a practitioner. I do numerology to start the session with people. Simply with your birth date, like the year, the month, and the date of birth, I could help you to figure out your patterns of talents and your patterns of personality. And so that's just the key to the door for the self-awareness. And then a lot of our emotions comes from our childhood. So I will guide you with your parents' numerology to be more aware of how you're grown up in what a culture and what a pattern, and to fix your emotions that come in along. So going back in the past is always a good way to fix the root and grow our stem. And I have more than 10 different techniques to help you for the growing. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chi. Jana?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jana, and I'm an intuitive empath providing spirit messages and love readings. I specialize in providing compassionate readings on a variety of topics. I receive information directly from spirit during the reading, and I share it with you in an easy to understand way. I enjoy helping people and providing guidance, and I'm giving a talk at 6:45 on tips for empaths. So if you want to join us, just join us at that time. And at 7:45, I'll be sharing some of my story along with donation-based readings. Thank you.
Great. And we've also got Puji with us. Puji, did you want to introduce yourself? Got a minute?
Hello, can you guys see and hear me?
We can't see you. There might be something in
Oh,
front of your
okay.
camera.
Yes, hold on a second. Hi,
Great.
everyone. My name is Puji. Puji means praise in my language. My work is guided by the divine, universe, spirit, source. We've got pretty much what I believe is different names for the same thing. I offer help, guidance, release, unlocking, and healing through modalities like energy work, eye and card reading, and intuitive and spirit channeling. So in a nutshell, I'm a conduit to help you get guidance and healing, whatever you cross my path to get help for.
Great, thank you. And we're also going to be joined by Taylor Duginski. Taylor offers Transcendental Tarot and Oracle card messages, and also by J.R. Angel, who offers Angelic Reiki and is a master teacher. And I'm Laureli Shmayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. I read your eyes, read your soul. It's like we all can read each other's eyes. Read your soul and answer questions about your soul purpose, your career path, relationships. I use this for matchmaking and conscious online dating, all kinds of different things. I'll be in my breakout room answering questions by donation. And yeah, well, that's what we have going on today. So I think there currently are 13, maybe there are 13 of us here and 2 more are coming. Yeah, and we're ready to answer questions from you, our audience. You know, there's one more person that was coming that I thought maybe they're one of the people that had to cancel, maybe so. Few people have lots of things going on. All right. So any questions for us practitioners? We'll have maybe 4 or 5 of us give you short answers. So it's a great time to ask us questions on anything. Keep in mind that this is a public forum. So if you ask us this question and we go deeper than you want us to share in this context, or we talk about topics you don't want us to be sharing about here, please interrupt us and give us guidance as to how we can honor you in our answer. Also, this is a great opportunity for everyone to practice opening to their intuition. So practice opening to your intuition. You might want to have something to write with and write on for anything that's showing up for you. And check and see if what's coming through you is similar to the things that we share. It's confirmation that we're all tapping into the same things. We get that with each other as we answer on the panel as well. If something does come through you for someone that asks, you wonder it's for someone that asks, please, we request if you could hold that until we're finished answering their question. And then if you want, you can private chat them and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through you that might be for them. Please honor whatever they share. They may feel full after getting answers from us, and trust that it came through you for some other reason. So who has a question for us? It can be a question about anything. We have all these different perspectives. Chances are there's something that we're going to be able to say, hopefully something that will be useful and provide insight to you. We give priority to people that have not asked a question on our intuitive panel at our fair before. However, no one's in line at the moment, so whoever's jumping in gets a chance to ask. And if no one from the audience is going to ask soon, we may ask a question of the panel also. Who wants to ask us a question? It is recorded, it is online, so you get your answers in the. Oh, Martha, I see you turned on your video. Did you have a question?
Hi, quick question.
Sure.
It's about my friend. She's very sick, and I just want to see if anybody sees some. I mean, she's in great spirits, but she's been battling liver cancer for 2 years now, and they're not giving her any more chemo. So, yeah.
They're not giving her more chemo because they think that chemo's not doing much. Is that?
Yeah, no. She's been through like 4 different chemos, immunotherapy, but I mean, she surprises me how resilient she is. She's in great spirits. Her birthday's gonna be on the 30th, and she's planning up her birthday. Like, she's amazing. And she's like my sister because we've been friends for 40 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Good enough.
And practitioners, if you have an answer, please raise your hand in Zoom so I know that you're ready, and then you get about 45 seconds to a minute to answer. Yeah, it's lovely to be with you, Martha. Yeah, I guess I'll say as part of, I start to think about what liver means, and that I think liver is connected with anger. Practitioners, correct me if I'm wrong. But when you ask, I don't feel any anger in me. I feel more of a, like an easy, just letting go. And it feels like she's more in just an easy, like flowing with whatever the process is. That it doesn't seem like she's denying any anger. It doesn't feel like there's anything like that. It feels like it's a time for you to grieve, and, and to be with her while she's here. That she's not having a struggle with this. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah, practitioners, anyone else? Go ahead, Jana.
So I generally don't like to do anything regarding health, so I can't specify on that specifically, but what I hear for you at this time is that she needs you to be her support system, because it's hard when someone else is going through something, but we're affected by it. And I feel like you're affected by this and you're trying to put on a brave face for her, but it is a little hard to do, because when you get that news, I see this like news coming in and you're just like, oh my gosh, like they're not going to do anything else. They're not going to help her. Like, what's going to happen now? Right. So I'm just hearing from spirit that she just needs you to support her. She needs you to put on a brave face. I know that that's easier said than done, but I feel like you've already been doing a really good job with it. So you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. I also see that like things are going to be up and down. I don't know if they already have been or if that's coming. But there's this up and down, like good days and bad days kind of a thing. But it is really going to help her tremendously to keep that positive attitude, and you keeping her spirits up as well, because her having that positive attitude is keeping her vibration up. And that's where she needs to be, because she has obviously beat all the odds by surviving for 2 years already. I see that with her own positive vibration and you as well. I can't do medical. I just really can't, but I'm just saying keep doing what you're doing, and it's really helping.
Thank you.
Great, thanks. And by the way, I put the fine print in the chat that by participating in this event, you agree that we are not medical doctors and we're not giving medical advice. We're just giving education, blah, blah, blah. And there's fine print there in the chat. Hannah and Galactic Ashley next.
Okay, so for me, I don't tune into other people's energy if they're not the one specifically asking me. So I was reluctant to even raise my hand initially to answer this, but I did get a message for you. And it's celebrate her journey with her. Connect with her, ask her what her vision is. What does she want to focus on every day? What does she want to be reminded of? Be that solid support system for her so that you can remind her of the beauty of her life on her ups and her downs, because it's not an easy journey. But what you can do to help her and what's within your power is to actually listen very closely and honor what she's telling you. What does she want to celebrate? How does she want to live out the remainder of this? What does she want to focus on? And be that reflection for her. So that is the message I got for you, Martha.
Okay.
Thanks so much. And that's great. Yeah, I felt like, I had that question of like, okay, is her energy open? Like, am I allowed to answer about her too? Galactic Ashley, and then practitioners. Yeah, if anyone else wants to go, raise your hand.
Martha. So I sent you a picture of a card I pulled for you. The other thing is the first word. So you have within your own lineage, death doula frequencies, and you mentioned that she's like a sister. So this is the perfect This is a perfect scenario for the two of you. It's also not the first time that the two of you have gone through this together. She's actually very adept in the dying. And when I started getting really, really emotional was when you mentioned that her birthday was coming and that she was planning for her birthday. That is a pivotal point for her, because what came through was the celebration of her incarnation. So she has this ability to rewrite her birth story, and you can rewrite it with her. And then through getting her to celebrate her birth, it allows her to transition with a greater peace. I'm not getting anything in her. I don't even feel any anger in her at all. So while liver generally does represent that, it feels more ancestral trauma to me. So if she has any sort of indigenous blood in her, that's what it feels like very much to me, is that her body processed colonization frequencies through her own system. And so you can support that with her. And so if anger does come up, allow her to feel it, because she's processing colonization frequencies through her. And at the same time, there's also forgiveness that's coming through. And these are hard things to move through the body simultaneously. So I think that you are doing a wonderful job, and also the caregiver also needs care.
Great. Thanks, Galactic Ashley. Jen is next. JennL.
Hi, how are you?
It's
Lovely to see you. Is she open to any practices? Because what I do with the Dow Hands practitioner as a practitioner is we transfer the negative messages to positive messages, like the dis-ease. And so, you know, that element, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, that's a wood element. And we do have specific practices I'd be willing to gift her. It's actually an audio chant from Master Shah. It's really, really good. And you know, I've seen huge transformational things happen, people getting cured. You know, we don't make any promises, but you know, and with the liver, you know, like everyone else has said, it is definitely the anger, but it's also, you know, the other organs associated with this as well, is like your gallbladders. You might have problems with your tendons and your nails, your eyesight. You know, just really honoring the process and being there for her. You know, right now she's feeling like everyone is making these decisions for her, and they're not honoring her voice and what it is she wants. You know, whether she wants to do the chemo, or I kind of get she wants to go on a more natural path. I mean, there are other things out there, the CBD, CBG, you know, so many different ways out here, plant medicine, herbalists. There's so many ways to heal. You know, I do, we also, like I do the dragon healing. You know, we sit and talk. I give free consultations. One of the other things that I will be doing for free for about 2 to 3 weeks is we're going to be setting up healing circles. So that the guided meditation, you're going to get 5 days worth of blessings in that as well. So I would offer that as well, but I would be willing to gift that. It, you know, it has all the different practices for the wood, the fire, you know, and you can look up online. I can help out with that. You know, but I really get that right now, the blockage that she had is again, like they'd said, I agree with the panel here. Everybody's wonderful. And, but it is definitely her own voices is being stifled here. So when that happens, it creates an imbalance. You know, people aren't listening, aren't hearing her, are kind of trying to take over, you know, from a medical standpoint. But you know, they can complement each other. You can see the doctors and do the holistic. One of the things I'm really getting for her, and I've done it myself as well, is the ionic foot detoxes. So you know, you would go in, and if she's open, you can discuss it with her.
That's the whole thing. She actually a few years ago married somebody who's a pastor, so she changed totally into so I respect that, but you know, she changed her path and she's no more into, you know, the holistic and all that. So kind of hard for me. So
no, there's a science
they
to it.
chose all the chemo and all the, you know, toxic, the chemicals, and that's you know, now they're trying to go holistic, but
and this with the ionic foot detox, there's like science behind it.
Jen, I just want to encourage you to wrap up your answer, and then
gotcha.
Martha, it would be great to visit Jen in the breakout room. She's probably got more to share. Go ahead, Jen. Is there anything else you want to say in closing?
Yeah, just if you'd like to reach out, I would be glad to help out, as well as everyone else here. I would definitely suggest the ionic foot detox and the Himalayan sea salt baths. It's easiest for people to wrap their minds about it, whether you believe or not. It's just in the spa. You go do it and you're done.
Thank you.
2 minutes, Ruth. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much. Thanks, Martha, for jumping in and getting us started with questions. We have Ryan that jumped in line. Ryan, what questions do you have for the panel?
Greetings. I just have a question about reincarnation. I just want to know, why did I reincarnate? I'm an old and ancient soul. I have multiple Anunnaki reincarnations, and I've been battling these Anunnaki beings for tens of thousands of years. And I want to know, what do I need to resolve with these beings, because they're here again battling me and they're in my consciousness. And what does it have to do with my reincarnation and mission on this planet? And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
All right, great. Thanks for your question. I didn't quite understand all of it, but you said that there are beings that you've been battling?
Yes, they're Anunnaki beings. I've been, I have an Anunnaki aspect. I've had multiple Anunnaki reincarnations, and now I'm a human in this reincarnation. And I want to know, these beings are in my consciousness, and I'm battling them again in this reincarnation. So I want to know, what do I need to resolve with them so they can leave peacefully, or will we be at war essentially forever? Because they're a different bloodline. They're the Enki bloodline. I'm an Enlil bloodline, and we've been battling for tens of thousands of years.
Oh, great. Galactic Ashley, go ahead.
There you go,
Yes,
Laureli.
yes,
Okay.
thank you. I think Galactic Ashley might know more about this.
Well, we never know. Laureli can, who knows? Okay, so Ryan, you've been on here before, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it was a while ago, right? And then a lot of
wow.
things happened in like a year and a
Yes.
half, and now you're back.
Yep.
Okay, so same person,
much.
same energy. I'm still okay.
Yep.
Okay, so this is because we only have like 2 minutes. So the thing to remember in general is that when we're in this particular incarnation, we are still these other multidimensional parts of ourselves. And so every choice that we make within this plane that we are living affects every other every other dimension that is above us, but the reverse is not true. So I would encourage you not to be in battle with those Anunnaki frequencies, but rather to be here understanding to the best of your ability, or to remember that multiple timelines are always converging in every moment that we are here. And so when you choose differently for yourself and your own sovereignty, then those other dimensional aspects of you begin to shift, because and I know that you know this, but not all Anunnaki are negative.
I know some are duality, some are positive, but a lot of them are still negative. So
right. So, and some are also positive, right? So yes. you have the ability through your own sovereign choices that you're making right now here to affect those there, and then to work with whatever beings that you have, if you're afraid to sleep at night or any of those other things, to ask for protection. But there's plenty of positive sovereignness in you, but oftentimes we come here to incarnate because we have this ability to shift and to heal all of these other aspects of ourselves that might need healing. There's a lot of, for example, a lot of Orion frequencies that come in, and they actually go into the military, because many galactic beings or ET frequencies that are here in physical structures are being asked to choose differently, and they're really healing a lot of war frequencies, because we're in war here, we're also in war out there. And so to kind of whatever battle is going on, to choose differently in the choices that you're making in the present moment, with the intention that it goes out to heal.
Good perspective. Thank you.
Okay.
Great. Anyone else have an answer to Brian's question? I know I was going to say something about how, to me, you're here demonstrating a new way of being human. There's all sorts of paradox that you're kind of holding and bringing in. And right, so it just seems like the larger struggles that are just connecting us not only with what's here and taking us out and beyond, and kind of like an antenna to bringing in something new. that will be useful here. And I don't quite know why the battle is, I imagine that there's something in the battle that's useful for how we're sorting things out here too. So even though you don't know what it is, you're making that accessible to us. We've got Jen and then LunaSupreme. Go ahead, Jen.
And I do agree with the healers here that it is collapsing timelines as well. But when we came here right now, especially, you know, the light workers, the star seeds, all of us, you know, they knew that this point was going to happen in humanity, this great awakening, and the veil was going to be pulled back. And so, you know, the people that have come to assist humanity. Like, we signed up for this, and, you know, to come here to work through our own traumas and situations so that we're actually able to help heal other people. You know, more and more people are waking up now, and we're the light. We're here to help. So, you know, you were brought here with a special purpose as well, to help humanity. And, you know, as far as like a battle, you know, I like to look at it as, you know, when you're fighting, it's a constant state of conflict. You know, I look at the other side and our side as well. So, you know, and we're all sparks of the divine, you know, whether we recognize it or not. It would be kind of like if your neighbor, you know, drove your car through the garage and you really were not happy about that situation and, you know, with that happening, but do you hate him for that choice that he made? You know, we all came with a mission, and, you know, it's a duality. You know, some of them came to be the darkness so that we could see the light, right. Bring the light. And you have a really important purpose here as well. You know, you're a spark of creator. You're here to help with the knowledge that you have to help other people move forward. You know, you'll start to see more people come towards you with answers that you have. You know, the more that we fight, I like to send love and send dragon healing, and to really try to understand that at this 0 point in time, you know, it's how it was supposed to happen, where they're showing you this, and people are waking up more and more and more. Just realize, you know, that you're doing great, that you're on the right path. Really focus on healing any traumas, woundings you may have. Start to really focus in, because as you said, you know, those
Jen, I'm sorry, do you just pull your answer to a close? Or
sorry.
Okay, great. It's great. We all have so much we want to say. So go ahead, LunaSupreme.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, I just wanted to ask him, you know, because like he said he was battling them. So you are aware of that now. Do you win sometimes? Sometimes do you win the battle?
They do. They have some form of control over my bodily movements. They do have an implant. I get some server from the angels to remove it, but they keep putting it back in. So it is like a battle. They do want to influence me in many different ways, whether positive or negative. So, but they're not all negative. Some are positive. But yeah, it's not for my highest good. And I've been battling them, not just this reincarnation, but for past reincarnations as well. So it's like every time I reincarnate into 3D or 4D, they're trying to, you know, take control, essentially.
Yeah. So, you know, I just want to say that you are getting closer to overcoming them. And the reason why is because see how you are more aware now. They don't want you to know that you are further more superior than they are. They don't want you to know that.
I am a higher density than all of them. My highest self is a ninth dimensional Andromedan. But they're way low. They're mostly in the fourth density, these beings in my consciousness.
So just remember that. Yeah, remember that exactly. You're superior. You're always, even when it feels like, remember that, and that's gonna help you. That's gonna help you. Just keep remembering you're
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great, thanks. We've also got Chi in line. Chi.
Hi. So my understanding of your situation is you have a need to know about yourself. And when we are talking about fighting or winning, actually it's where we need to find out in which part of the reality life that we're stuck. So for me is always of taking the challenge is to find out how we could break through the cocoon and could fly up high with our stronger wing. So winning is just a resemble of how you free yourself from your own cocoon, and learning who you are, what's your specialty is, what your weakness is to not to seeking for being perfect, but to fit in. So whenever we feel like we're different from others, is when we find out that we don't fit in with the group of other people. So, but when learning who we are and how we grow our life into our strong points and avoid a weakness, it all makes sense to connect your high spirits back into the reality of life. And so that is especially the meanings of what I'm doing with people, is to bring our spirits back to life and grow our spirits right from there, to be strong, to get ourselves back into who we are. I hope that can help you.
Beautiful.
Makes
Beautiful.
sense.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great, thanks so much. All right, anyone have anything else for Ryan, or does someone else have a question for us to answer on the panel? This is a great opportunity to ask us any question like you would ask us sitting at one of our tables or one of our private breakout rooms. We appreciate you doing it in this public room. You'll get answers from several of us, and it is recorded. It will be up online. It's an opportunity for you to get feedback from several of us at one time. Anyone in the audience have a question? And panelists, we are going to possibly have a chance to ask a question too. So think about if you wanted to ask our group what a question is. Who has a question? All right, panelists, do we have a question we want to ask each other? Or Anissa, who's helping run everything, do you have a question you want to ask? I could probably throw myself in the middle. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sure. So I'll ask a question and we'll answer my question until, someone else jumps in, and then we'll stop. So I noticed that oh goodness, I've lived with my partner I've lived down the driveway from my partner for 5 years. We dated a year before we moved next door. And I've kind of been living here for like 2 months now in her house. Gosh, has it been that long? It probably has. I traveled a bunch of the time. We had another friend that was living here a bunch of the time. My friend that moved out, I have been traveling, but I haven't moved anything else in. I haven't organized anything else. I totally feel scared. It's obvious I feel scared of really settling in and really accepting this. And she's getting a new cat, and the new cat is arriving, and oh my gosh, I'm just change. And so I totally feel scared and nervous, and I'm not letting things in. And so any suggestions, advice you have for me as to, I'm getting all teary, how I can settle in and receive and let her more in my heart. Jana's got something.
Okay, so it's totally normal to be scared. You're scared because it's real and a deep connection. So just knowing that with yourself should ease your mind a little bit, but also what I'm hearing is to do it slowly. You don't have to rush and move all your stuff in. You can think you want to bring over, a couple boxes a week or something. Go slow. You could even wait until the kitten is, integrated first, because doing everything at once is going to be overwhelming. And you already do a lot.
And I should add, I need to organize my office better at the other house. My office is over there, and there's someone else that moved into the house too. So I need to get more stuff out for them also.
Yeah, but just know that it's okay to take your time, because if you try to do everything at once because you already do a lot, you're so busy, you're doing so much at once, adding this and adding it in a huge way is going to just overwhelm you. So just take it slow, and whatever pace you need to go, just take it slow. don't put that pressure on yourself. Of course, you want to move the stuff out because there's another person there, but you know, maybe you could move the stuff to a garage or somewhere else if you really want to get stuff out of that other house.
Yeah, that's why things are in the back room and some things are in my office. And yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, Galactic Ashley. Anyone else too?
So you're really good at all of the doing, right? So all of the things that need to be done, you will get done. I'm not even worried about that. What I'm getting that is coming up, then why it keeps coming up, it's like a little poking at the fear of the moving in. I think you used the word fear. If you didn't, I apologize. But why that keeps on getting poked at is because the house is the mirror of the self. So the guidance that came through is for you, and we're not going to do it here. We're not doing it publicly, but for you to take your time to tune into your body in a safe place with you and yourself, to look in your body to see where that fear is, because it's connected to a childhood wound that doesn't want to merge or give up their space, because some part of some experience that was traumatic had their space taken over. And so the house is not the body, but the house is very much a mirror for the self and a mirror for your body. So it has more to do with that, nothing to do with your partner or all this outside stuff. It's something that's very internal and very deep that we're not doing here. But I feel
that's
like
great. That's great. Thinking about the house as the symbol for the body. Yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you. All right, cool. We got Jen in line and JenT in line and then JennL in line. Go ahead, JenT. And anyone else has a question for the panel, let us know.
So what I am getting is that you are in a safe and sacred connection. And so that's part of the message, is to trust that connection. And also that some grounding would be really helpful, and that some of the overwhelm and the anxiety and the fear can be channeled down if you put a grounding cord together, or go walk, do some earthing, and or maybe go find a tree. I like to put my spine against a tree when I feel overwhelmed or when there's something I'm struggling with. And I always ask the trees permission, and that can really help to provide some grounding, because they're such just stable and really solid creatures. But the main thing that came through was that the connection is a sacred and safe one for you. And so I wanted to pass that along. Thank you.
Thank you so much. JennL.
Okay. The fear is actually, internalized in the organs. It's with the kidney. It's the water element that's out of balance. What I got for you that would be helpful would do the selenites. You can take the selenite wand over, it could be a piece of selenite through to kind of let go of any of the cords or attachments, because now it's just like a fear letting go, because you had this wonderful, amazing space and you're afraid to trust, because, am I going to get hurt? Is this going to work out? You have your core stability and moving into the unknown. So it's like letting go. It's a big leap. But if you stay in the flow, and what I also recommend doing, I heard for you as well, is the Epsom salt baths. Get the pure Epsom salts with no scent, and then add some lavender in there and some clary sage, like 10 drops of each. Mix it up, and then, do that as well. That will tremendously help. Also doing like a little mantra. I am safe wherever I go. And like I said, the biggest thing with the fear, it's the water element out of balance. The kidney can affect your urinary bladder, but it's housing there. And it comes from, as she said, a little child wound of maybe not feeling, like you belong, not knowing your place in the world. And like when you had something be taken away from you. So
Great.
You're amazing. And you're on the right path. Just kind of stay in the flow and work on letting go, because letting go of people is, sometimes easy, but houses and things that we're attached to.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you everyone for your insight. Yeah, I don't feel any question about our relationship, but yeah, I guess the living together, I totally am scaring myself. All right. Water, fluid. Yeah, I've been thinking about things about water, even and being hydrated and all kinds of things lately too. So flow totally makes me think of flow. All right. Oh yeah, okay, thank you so much in the chat. All right. Let's see who else has a question for the panel. We've got time to take another. Oh, Cheryl. All right, Cheryl, what is your question? Let's get you unmuted so we can hear you.
That would help. Hi, I'm Cheryl, and my question is, intellectually, I know how to lose weight, but I hang on to it for some reason emotionally. And I've gotten to the point now where actually at my age, it's physically, now it's not even, it's more physically holding me back. And I've done a lot of personal inner work, and I still can't seem to put my finger on it and push back through this vision. I can, or this veil or something that's holding me back. So any insight?
Great. We've got Jen, and I just like practitioners, anyone else too. And like, okay, so Jen, keep your answer to a minute. All right, go ahead.
So basically what I'm getting is the weight loss, it's not coming off because it's a shield. You're protecting yourself. You're keeping people out at a distance. So you're using that as a shield. Also I do sense some depression, which that is a fire element, as well as the grief and sadness. And it can affect your lungs, your large intestines, skin, nose. But for you, what I really do get is like, it's a way to protect yourself. We often carry that weight as a shield, to protect us from the people, negativity. And, so it can be released at any age. It's just a matter of recognizing, letting it go, and really starting to work down on the traumas as to what's holding you back.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much, JennL. We've got Chi and then Shradha.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
I heard your question, and my input to your question is gaining weight is also looking at it. You can also reflect your relationship with other people, like your family members and yourself. And we can go from there to trace back what is what part of life are stuck, and what do you want, which direction you want to go. Anything that make us feel stuck, like the weight and the disease, is a gift to remind us what we actually want in life. So we use the challenge as an opportunity to find ourselves and grow ourselves out of it. That's my my suggestion, and that is what I do with people, to help them out, to get out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chi. We've got Shradha and then Galactic Ashley.
Hi.
Hello.
After hearing you, what the insight that I have is that gain weight and not losing those inches is usually, it's very emotional. It needs very deep psychotherapy. There are a lot of emotions that get stuck, and that's where we have this problem of not losing weight after a certain level. So if we remove those emotions, if we remove those traumas, those emotional blockages, it becomes very easy for us to lose weight. So we can easily do that. But, we need to understand a little more about it. And, what is your thinking process about it? There are usually, thought processes, thought patterns that block you from losing weight. Okay, there are certain emotionally, when you feel the trauma, your past experiences, some kind of, relationships or depression, then that's the problem that comes into the skin layers, and then at that time it becomes very difficult to lose weight. So if we remove those emotions, if we remove those blockages from the skin layers, it becomes very easy to lose weight. So it is very simple. It's just that our emotions have got stuck. It's our blockages. So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
We've got Galactic Ashley.
So I heard you when you said that you've done a lot of inner work. So good job. That's amazing. I'm just going to share a little bit of my personal stories, what I'm being guided to share. So for me, body shame has run really, really deep. And maybe 2 years ago, I started gaining a lot of weight, and I immediately started freaking out. And so the beings had come in and they were like, you just stop. Right. So a lot of it for me was about shifting my attention away from losing weight and shifting it towards healing. And then I ended up going through, and I don't recommend this, but I ended up going through a very intense dark night of the soul that lasted about 4 months. And I dropped every bit of that weight that had come up because it was part of my own trauma and part of my own history. And I had to simply allow it to be there and trust the process. And then when I went through that, and it was a massive amount of grief, a lot of that weight went away. And now it's kind of like fluctuating a little bit, and I just have to leave it alone and sort of stay on my own healing path. And for me personally, everything is about being healthy and reconnecting and re-identifying with my body differently. And this went so deep as to, like, I hate that I have needs and that my body needs to eat. So it's like, once you start peeling back at these layers and you start healing these things, then energetically, the body, we start dropping density, and then physically that can also happen in the physical structure. And I hate to say it's like, ooh, it's about loving your body, because how the hell do you get there, right? So that's always the question that's really challenging. It's really lovely to say. I ended up going to body workers. I went to a womb worker. I did a lot of trying to do self-massage, even if I didn't want to. And then a lot of very focused, meditative, self-pleasuring things for myself. And it was all about me, and sort of just looking at that. And then also having a good time and stop trying. I don't know if you're trying to do this, but it's stop trying to diet, stop trying to exercise in order to get smaller, and exercise for joy and love. And I love the new rock now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That really resonates. Thank you.
Great. And Puji's got an answer too.
Okay.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
When I look at you when you were asking the question, what I get is that the weight is actually a blanket for you. It's a security blanket. There's actually quite a bit to unpack, but it's buried deep, and it's from a long time ago. You would have to sit down and be willing to look inside. There's many people here who can help you, but one of the ways that you can get to that place is with the help of people who can channel that part of you that you've effectively blocked, because there's stuff that you don't want to look at, that you don't want to deal with. And I'm getting the energy from there. I want to cry. So there's work to be done there. But if you're willing and you're ready, and the fact that you're asking the question means that you are willing and you're ready, the time has come for you to deal with it. And if you are receptive, help is on the way, and it can actually happen very quickly. But it comes from a place where you don't feel you deserve whatever comes from having a beautiful body, however you define beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
Oh, and she's got something else to add too. Go ahead, Chi.
Yes, I do add. Would like to add something in addition to the other practitioner, is the actual weight that we gain or any disease is a gift, as I said. But when we get the gift, we could tell them, thank you very much for reminding me, for giving me the warning. I got it. And then you can send them away. They are here as a gift. You get the gift and then you send them away. That's very important. It's a circle. And so that is also the significance of self-growing. When you grow yourself, the thing that you don't want, they come to you, they finish their job, and then they can go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl, for asking a
Thank
question.
you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for asking questions. And we're up here at the top of the hour. I think all the practitioners have introduced themselves, right? Did anyone not get a chance to do that already? Practitioners? I think we all did. So I know there are a number of things in the chat and someone else new is just arriving. So we're going to put some things in the chat again too. So the practitioners are going to be splitting up into breakout rooms. Oh, and actually even before then, let me say, so if just a few posts up, we have some information about entering the drawing. So if you'd like to be entered into a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice, fill out the form and give us some feedback about today. How have we impacted you? What benefits have we provided? And how could we improve this to make it an even better process? We'd love to get your feedback. Give us your email address. You'll have an opportunity to hear about all the events we have happening. You'll hear from our practitioners and you'll get entered into this drawing. We are going to be splitting up soon into breakout rooms. And oh gosh, there's more I put in the chat that I should say too. We run in-person events in the Pacific Northwest. I have a list of events that are coming up. For those of you practitioners, if you're up here in this area, the BEPC Conscious Wellness Expo is on Saturday, Sunday, November 5, 6. And it's in Kent, Seattle. And we just are expanding into a second room if we get a few more practitioners and vendors to sign up. So that's the largest event in Washington. We're going to have over 100 booths. And we also have upcoming MeWe online events. So for example, this Thursday, we have the Black Hat Conjure panel for Halloween and Samhain. So all kinds of different things going on. All right, we are getting ready to split up into breakout rooms. The breakout rooms already exist. Practitioners have a set of public breakout rooms and they are labeled with the practitioner's number, their name, and their modality. So what they offer. And you can see that list in the chat as well. So you know which room you're going into. The private breakout rooms are labeled with letters, so you don't want to go into those unless you've arranged with a practitioner or vendor. You want to have a private conversation and you want to go into that room with them. We are offering all kinds of things over the next 3 hours. Maybe I should say, you should be able to move yourself from room to room. If you're moving into one of those private rooms with a practitioner, agree on where you're going, you should both be able to move yourselves. If you need help, Anissa is going to be here the whole time in this public main room, and Anissa can answer questions and help you move from room to room, help move you and a practitioner together, all those kinds of things. So in the breakout rooms, in the public breakout rooms, practitioners will be there. We might go visit each other too. So if you can't find us, come on back out to the main room and Anissa will help you find where we are. We're going to be offering talks, group readings, group healings, be just having conversations and answering questions about our work. We may go off to have a private session for a moment. We all have offerings today. Many of us have listings. I have a computer over there that has it posted. You can find out what we're offering today based on a PDF that we're going to load again into the chat in a moment. You can go to jointhefair.com, the page that you used to get here today. And if you ever get knocked out, come on back in that way, jointhefair.com. If you scroll down, you can see a flyer that shows all of the talks that are happening. All the talks that are happening today. And you can see information on all the practitioners that are here today. So that is your source to learn what's happening. We will be posting information in chat about the upcoming talks while you're here. We will be announcing in breakout rooms. You'll see it come across the top of your screen when talks are getting ready to start, talks, group readings, group healings, when they're getting ready to start and right when they're starting. So you'll be getting notices throughout the evening. You can go to Join the Fair and look. We're going to download that upload that PDF. Yeah, Nissa just sent it, so it's there in the chat if you want to download it to be able to look at that too. I just say the talks are slightly not right, as there are a few people that are not here, so there's some extras that are listed. But we'll be posting and announcing everything as it's happening today. The first few that are starting at 6:15, we have 2. We have stem cell activation and age reversal with Bhadra in room 3. And we have Grow Your Strength Out of the Past and Bloom with Chi in room 13. So rooms 3 and 13 have your talks at first. And then at 6:30 and at 6:45 and 7, etc., we have more that are happening. We have 2 or 3 happening every 15 minutes. You can always come back to the main room. We can help you find out where you want to go. Many of us are offering group readings and group healings by donation in our rooms the whole time. So there won't be specific announcements for that. So come on into our rooms, come talk to us, find out what we're doing, ask us questions about our work, and see what's happening. All right. Anissa, what else do we need to tell people before we let everyone go to their rooms? I need to turn off the recording at some point, but practitioners, if any of you need to record or share your screen, let us know now. Bhadra needs to know now. I am currently the host, so I'm going to make you a co-host. Anyone else that needs to share their screen or record, and just please, who else? Was that Hannah? Hannah. So y'all, those of you that I'm making co-hosts and Galactic Ashley, you just want to be extra careful that you don't accidentally close the breakout rooms or close the whole meeting. All right. All right, great. Well, so for the recording, this has been great having you here. This is our MeWe online fair. You can learn more about all of our online events at jointhefair.com. And you can learn about all of our events at MeWeFairs.com. Thanks for joining us. And next time, November 27 and December 30, come join us here at the fair and you can participate. And she's got something else to say. Let me get the recording off.